Have you ever wanted to create your own Wager Talk Dream Team? We're excited to announce you can build your own superstar handicapping lineup using our Pick Your Team program at WagerTalk.com. Even more exciting, for a limited time, you can save up to 55% on your favorite 2 or 3 handicappers and pay as little as $1.99 for a full month of picks. Dave Koken, Marco D'Angelo, Yanni the Greek, Ralph Michaels, Teddy Covers, Hakeem Prophet, Tony Finn, Rob Vino, Brian Leonard. The combinations are endless. Who will make your dream team lineup? Just go to WagerTalk.com, click Pick Your Team, and personally hand select your handicap roster. Our Dream Team promotion is only being offered for a little limited time before going back to regular price, so please make sure to take advantage of this incredible offer.
All right, guys, welcome in. Here it is, a Monday, January the 25th. It is the NBA Tip-Off Show. It is powered by WagerTalk.com. I'm Joe Ranieri. Hope the weekend was a profitable one. We've got a big night in the NBA. We got 4 games we're going to cover for you. Let's take a look at them. We're going to look at this Dallas-Denver game. Some interesting line movement here today. That is going to be our contrarian game of the day. Also looking at the Lakers and the Cavs. Celtics at the Chicago Bulls. Steve Merrill will have a weather report for us live from Chicago there, so he'll be able to give us an idea of what we're looking at wind-wise, what he does best. And the Miami Heat taking on the Brooklyn Nets. Miami still looking for tryouts. And we'll see exactly how that game, as that line continues to push up and up and up, certainly from a total perspective. Let's bring in the fellas. We've got a double shot for you here today. Ski is actually with the Miami Heat right now, trying out for them because they need just about all the help they can get. So instead, we've got Kevin Dolan making a return appearance here to the NBA Tip-Off Show, as well as, there he is, Stevie, I'm a weatherman, Merrill. That's 2 R's and 1 L for the Merrill there, joining us. Gentlemen, pleasure to see you here. And Kevin, welcome back, my friend. You've been killing it across the board here in a whole lot of facets. I got your name at the top of NHL. I'm seeing you here with the NBA, rugby, soccer. You're crushing it, man. How's it been going with the hoops?
Do you know, Joe, it's quite funny because I'm actually surprised I got invited back. Because, before, no joke, like before I came on this show last week, I was like 31-17. I was number 1 for the first few weeks of the season or something like that. And I think I was even like 77-52 long term. Like, it was such a great run. I come on here last Monday and I go 0-7 during the week. And it was just an absolute train wreck. And I was like, right, I blew my chance at NBA tip-off. Thankfully, bounced back with 2 winners over the weekend. So hopefully get back in the win column.
Listen, don't feel bad. Merrill never loses. He's 343-3, man. College basketball, NBA. Merrill never loses. He makes up for the rest of us. Steve Merrill, how are you, my man? Welcome in. How you been, man? What's going on in the
It's going well, Joe, and you're exactly right. I never lose, so we know I'm not the jinx, and Kevin is winning big time, so he's obviously not the jinx. So, I'll just leave it to the viewers to figure out who the jinx is on the panel today. We do have that blank box.
Yep.
The blank box might be the jinx, actually. It's a black hole. It looks like a big black hole that's sucking in wins. But it was a good Sunday, 3-1 overall. Last week I had a big Saturday, 4-1, and then went 0-1 on Sunday and kind of traded, zigzag the whole week, but had a good weekend overall. We're up a few games, and we'll look to keep it going. $9 Monday, WagerTalk.com. I've got 2 NBA best bets for $9 total. So it's $4.50 Monday technically for me at WagerTalk.com. 2 games I like a lot tonight in the NBA.
Oh, there he goes, Kevin. Got to throw math out there because he's got a couple of best. I know you got 3 of them up at Wager Talk today for $9 Monday. Do you not?
Yeah. We got a triple pack going up tonight for $9. And as I said, come off back-to-back wins over the weekend. So, I do like these 3 games. Actually, we're going to talk about one of them on the panel today.
All right, love it. All right, we'll get the best bets, guys. You know the routine, but I do want to let you know also, in addition to $9 Monday, we got a great deal going on at Wager Talk. The ability for you to be able to put together your own team. You can save up to 55% by combining your favorite handicappers. 2 to 3 handicappers, that's right, up to just $199. You can put 3 of your favorite guys together, get 30 days all access. Amazing deal. And heck, look, Steve Merrill and Kevin Dolan absolutely dominating across the board in multiple sports. These two guys would be an awesome team to put together, so check it out at WagerTalk.com. All right, guys, let's get to our Contrarian. Game of the day, play of the day, and we are going to look at a line here in a game that we've all kind of shook our head at, don't understand exactly what's going on, but the Dallas Mavericks at home tonight taking on the Denver Nuggets. Now, this opened up as Dallas' small home favorite there, laying 1.5. That has completely gone the other way. I'm seeing 1.5s now for the Denver Nuggets, who are coming off of a brutal weekend, 2 overtime games against Phoenix that were crazy, and now they're on their way to Dallas here in a situation in which we've seen the line flip here, Steve. So let me start with you here, man. Mavericks now getting 1.5 after opening up as the favorite. Do you agree with the move, or is this a spot you might be willing to say, yeah, no, I'll stick with Dallas. I'll go the other way?
Yeah, Joe, we've been talking about red hot runs and stuff. I got to give you credit. You kind of make the call for this contrarian game each day on the show, and that's obviously been fantastic, like 90% of the season. So I hope that continues because I like Dallas in this game. I don't understand the move. I think Dallas has been the more consistent team this season. As you mentioned, Joe, Denver coming off some tough games, those back-to-back games against Phoenix. They have won and covered 3 straight, 4 out of their last 5. So maybe the betting public and I was going to say the odds makers, but I guess it is the betting public because they're the ones that moved this line after the odds makers opened it. I guess the public is getting behind Denver, who's now 9-7. Dallas just 8-8, but I still think Dallas is just as good. They're at home. We're getting them as a dog now. So, no, I do not agree with the move. I think the contrarian play makes sense here with the Dallas Mavericks tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Kev, I'm looking. I thought maybe, all right, is Porzingis hurt again? I'm like, here we go, But Porzingis is active, ready to go. Jamal Murray is active for Denver as well. There were some questions there. I don't know. I mean, is this a game where you look at where you agree with the move, or are you willing to say, yeah, I'll stick with the home team, give me the points?
No, I'm the same. Like, I would definitely look towards the home team here. There's some metrics that kind of go under the radar, I feel, as well. Like, one of them as well is opponent-assistant ratio, because it kind of opens up the picture that bit more, on how a team is defending these type of games. Denver ranked 4th worst on the road in opponent-assist turnover ratio this season. They also ranked 2nd last on opponent assists per possession, 3rd last in the league on overall opponent assists as well on the road. So, that kind of gives you a clearer picture how this team's defending. So I will not be rushing to agree with this line move on Denver. The way I play this now probably is with those 2 overtime games. I'd look at the first half money line on Dallas here at around -105. Denver were behind in both games against Phoenix at the break last time out. And as we said, they come off those 2 huge overtime, with the clock going over, obviously. So they're going to be some tired legs as well. 3 games and 4 nights for Denver as well. So I expect them to come out the traps a bit slow here. So, yeah, I'd take Dallas, but likely look at them more in the first half line.
Listen, watching Jokic and Doncic is going to be a hell of a game one way or another. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch one way or the other, but I don't know. To me, give me the points here. I'll take the home team with Dallas, a little inconsistent, but with Porzingis and Doncic in there, it's going to be, to me, I think they've got the edge at home. So take the 1.5 with Dallas in our contrarian play of the day, guys. Now let's take a look at our first featured game of the day, in fact, and none other than the Los Angeles Lakers. And here's a shock, guys. You ready here? Questionable for LeBron James. Also questionable for Anthony Davis. What the hell else is new with the Lakers? Lakers, didn't they just lose this game against the Cavs? I think recently as well. It opened up at 10. I'm seeing 10.5, maybe even 11 as the Laker money continues to roll in here. So, Kev, I'll start with you. I don't know. Can the Cavs do the unthinkable here? And they just got waxed last night by Boston. But do you think they can regroup here and do what they've done here in the last week to this Lakers team?
I'm not so sure, to be honest. Like, it's the side's really not something they want to get involved in. But there is a big move on the total here. And it's easy to see why. Both teams ranked 20th, 22nd, respectively, on overall pace. The Lakers also ranked 21st in the league on effective possession ratio also. And over the last 3 games against Chicago, Milwaukee, Golden State, respectively, that dipped to 0.92, second lowest in the league. So you'd expect a more, a slower game here from the outset. It is tempting to take the points here with Cleveland, knowing that that's likely to occur, looking at these metrics. But as you said, they really stunk it up against Boston last time out, just 45.9% effective field goal percentage, second last in overall efficiency as well. So even with the big number, I can't trust them here. But unlike Boston, I don't see this Lakers team running up the score here. They got Philadelphia on deck, players resting live on ESPN on Wednesdays. So I just see them going through the motions here, and probably a similar scoreline to what we've seen against the Bulls last time out. So lean to the under 108.5 in the first half, if anything.
It's interesting, too, though. I agree with the total move going down here, Steve. What people don't realize is the Cavs, they are long, they are tall, they play defense, fifth best defensive efficiency in the NBA, only giving up around 106 points a game. They are a giant headache. I get it. Do you trust them in this spot, though, with getting 11.5 points?
Yeah, one thing I'll point out, though, is their defense has gotten a lot worse over the last week or so. This is a team that gave up 44% or less in 6 out of 8 games. And then over the last 6 games, they've given up, I believe, 48% or worse in 5 of those 6. So it's been night and day recently over the past couple of weeks with Cleveland, yet they've won 3 of their last 4 games. So they're winning with offense right now, more so than defense. This is a game I wouldn't touch. Ralph Michaels gave me a hard time a couple of weeks ago because I said, and I thought correctly, that the one big edge we have as sports bettors is that we don't have to play every game, but they have to put odds up on every game. And that's where you get your long-term edge as you pick and choose where you get involved. And Ralph said, I got to give a pick because we're on the show here. I'll use a financial market analogy, buy, hold, or sell. I'm going to hold. I'm not touching this game. It's a pass for me. I think it's just too much uncertainty. Like you said, Joe, we got Anthony Davis now upgraded to probable, LeBron James questionable. So technically that means it's 50-50 if he's going to play. But like Kevin said, they've got a huge look-ahead game on 2 nights here on Wednesday night at Philadelphia. Got to imagine if they're going to pick one of the 2 games to come and bring their A game, it's going to be the Philly game, not the Cleveland game. So it is LeBron returning to Cleveland, so you got to figure he probably wants to play. So I will expect him to be in the lineup. But then you start backing the Lakers, you find out an hour before that he's not in there, you're kind of screwed. So it's just too much uncertainty for me to get involved with this one. But I will point out Cleveland's defense has gotten a lot worse here over the past week, something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, well, listen, Bickerstaff certainly has them playing hard here at this team. Sexton comes back, and it's been a good run there for Cleveland, getting 11.5 points tonight, guys. We'll see how that rolls. Here's another game, too, a featured game we'll talk about here. The Celtics, who dropped, 141, I think, on those Cavaliers last night. They are now traveling to Chicago to take on the Bulls, and this, too, is an interesting line move of the day. It opened up Boston a 7.5-point favorite. We hear that Kemba Walker is out in this game. Now we're looking at 4s across the board. So I'll start with you, Steve, here. Do you agree with the line move in this situation? And is Kemba Walker, in your mind, worth 4.5?
Hopefully Johnny Detroit's watching, so I'll give him a weather update here from Family Guy. Remember, they're like, I forget the guy's name, but they're like, Jim, what's the weather out there?
Ollie!
Ollie, yeah. It's cold, Jim, it's cold! That's your Chicago weather update there for you, Joe. It's cold, Joe, it's windy. But yeah, it's indoor, hopefully. This isn't on an aircraft carrier like that game in San Diego when North Carolina played a few years ago. That we did have to actually handicap the weather for a college basketball game once in my 25-year career. But what jumps out to me is, we just talked about Cleveland's defense. One of the reasons their defensive numbers is so bad recently is because of that last game. As you mentioned, they got smoked by Boston. Celtics scored 141 points on 56% shooting at a fast pace. Boston's now put up 110 or more in each of the last 2 games. They're playing really good offensively. Chicago, meanwhile, has given up a little bit worse on defense over the last week or so. So maybe I'll take a look at the over here. The line has definitely dropped, as you mentioned, on the side, but the total has held pretty steady in that high 220 range, about 228, 229. And I think there's a reason, because whether it plays or not, I think there's a lot of offense in this game still.
Yeah, that could certainly be there. How do you, Kev, do you agree with the move? 7.5, so I'm seeing 4s across the board. I am seeing 228, 228.5, right around where it opened for a total. How do you see this going down?
Well, in terms of a side, like, Steve just mentioned buy, sell, or hold. This is definitely a hold game for me. Raw power numbers of Boston by 7, but at the current number of 4, that looks attractive. But, it's just all these moving pieces coming back for this Celtics squad. Jason Tatum coming back tonight, likely. So it's just a kind of watch and brief for me in this one. I kind of like the total, though. Total is interesting. Chicago with that fastest pace at home in the league this season, 109.9 possessions per game. And with them being blown out by 30 at the half against the Lakers on Saturday, you'd imagine they'd want to start pretty quick here. So because of that, again, lean over to the first half, over 112 for me in this one.
All right, over 112 there. It's going to be an interesting night, and a couple of other games too to keep an eye on. Toronto, Indiana, Philadelphia, Detroit, Charlotte, Orlando. Seeing a flip in that game as well, guys, on the board. But of course, we do have our overtime game as well, and I don't think you have to look much further on the board than what's going on with the Brooklyn Nets, who find themselves at the biggest total on the board, and it just keeps going up. Opening up at 234. Now I'm seeing 236 and a half. See, even one or two 237s are popping up here as the Miami Heat, who are still dealing with a COVID issue. Jimmy Butler out, Tyler Hero still out. But they travel to Brooklyn to take on a Nets team who has no problem scoring. So, Steve, let me start with you, my friend. What do you think here? Is it over or not for you in this game?
Yes, it's quite simple. When a team has now gone over 12 straight games, it's over or pass for me for that team until I see otherwise. Joe and I were doing the Sirius 204 show on Saturday. By the way, we're on every Saturday, 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern live on Sirius XM 204. And at the very end of that show, my free play this past weekend was the over for the Brooklyn-Miami game, and it went over by 20 points. So they've now gone over 12 straight games. Their last game went over by 20. So it's not like the odds makers are getting these totals so inflated now where there's no longer value. This one is in the mid 230 range, and that's where the total was almost in the last game. They still went over by 20 points. So it's over or pass with me right now. It's that simple until I see something change for the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to go. I don't know, Kev. You don't eat a big lunch if you're going to go under with a Brooklyn Nets situation here, but how about you, man? Just over all the way here? If it ain't broke, don't fix it?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. And I mean, it's understandable too. Both teams ranking 24th, 26th, respectively, on defensive efficiency in the league. Brooklyn ranking dead last as well over the last three starts. So, you know, they don't even have the excuse of saying it was a particularly hot shooting night for the Heat either on Saturday. You know, Adebayo was hot, but the team as a whole were down on effective field goal percentage from their season average. Their shooting percentage was down as well. You know, and they still hung 124 in this Brooklyn defense. So I just don't know. You could not look under, you know, here tonight. So, you know, with Miami ranking 9th in total possessions per game on the road this season as well, you're going to expect a fast pace tonight. And even at the total currently where it's at, I could only play over as well.
Yeah, total, the actual side, 7.5. Miami 0-7 against the number in their past 7 following a cover, which they did on Saturday against this team. So it's an interesting matchup here with still no everybody's still out. Butler, Hero, Mo Harkless, everybody's still out there from Miami. So hopefully they'll be able to get their guys back and healthy before long. But in the meantime, great games on the board here tonight, which means we've got some buzzer beaters to get to. Of course, that means best bets time, guys. And just a reminder, once again, you've got $9 Monday right now at WagerTalk.com. Head over there, best bets. You've got Kevin, who's got a 3-pack right now available in the NBA tonight that you can grab, as well as Steve's got he's got a 2-pack there right now, 2 games up at WagerTalk.com, $9 Monday. Take advantage of it, guys. Go get the plays, make it a profitable night in the NBA. All right. So last time we were here with you, Kev, we put the clock up. You finished early, and then you promoted a book, I think, that you wrote a book.
Still got
and he's got his book again, so... There we go.
It's still available for sale.
The 60 seconds is all yours. Do what you may. Our buzzer beater section. Let's get them up on the screen. Let's put the clock up. And 60 seconds, my friend. What is your buzzer beater best bet? Go.
Yeah, I took the plus 130 earlier. San Antonio Spurs versus New Orleans. I like the Spurs here. I think the wrong team is favored in this one. San Antonio, excellent last time out against the short-handed Wizards team. They had the 7th highest defensive efficiency in the league last time out. Hung 73 points in the second half as well. And, you know, they got some really good production from the bench. That's important. 7 players registering double-digit scores in that game. But it's not just offense where the Spurs have improved. San Antonio also have the 7th highest-ranked defensive efficiency on the road this season as well. And they play a team in the Pelicans who are completely different to the team who handed them their loss back in December. New Orleans now ranked 4th last in the league in overall defensive efficiency metrics over the last 3 starts. They're also averaging 20th worst opponent points per game allowed at home in the league this season, and their opponent effective field goal percentage is 25th in the league. They give up 54.9% on average. My power rankings have this line at Spurs -3, so I'm all over the road dog tonight in this one. Don't even bother with a point spread here. The Spurs will win this one outright tonight in New Orleans.
Oh, you got that right in, too, right at the end there. That was that. It was off the fingers. I saw it. It was off the fingers. Well done. And you got the book in to begin with. So also very, very good there, Kev. Love the play. All right, Merrill, here you go, man. I know you like to dribble around with some nonsense to begin with before you actually drive to the hoop. So put Merrill up. You got 60 seconds on the clock. Your buzzer beater best bet, Steve, go.
Yeah, I need a little extra time because we haven't talked about this game yet, but I do want to request a copy of that book from Kevin. Just make sure that it's in American English because I can't read Irish English. I'm not bilingual like that. So hopefully I'll get a copy of that in my native language. I love the book, though. It's a fantastic offer. And then we're going to go about 45. I'm going to start a little early here, Joe, because I haven't talked about this game yet, but it's Indiana and Toronto. I like the Pacers -2.5 here at home in a quick revenge situation. They played yesterday on Sunday. Indiana lost outright as a 4.5-point favorite. I think it's a better setup for them here coming off the loss, yet the line is only 2.5 now. So we get a basket of value. Just 2 weeks ago, Toronto was 2-8. The Pacers were 6-2. Now it's 7-9 and 9-7. Toronto is playing better as expected, but I still think Indiana's the better team at home off a loss, and we get some value based on recent results where this line is a couple points shorter than it should be. And with my extra time here, I didn't realize I was doing this, but I've got all green on here. Look, I've got the green shirt and pants. Kevin Dolan.
Dude, did he just pants us? Like, what the hell was that? Good God Almighty! Holy! Oh my God! That is
Kelly Green at its best, Kevin. Kelly Green.
Dude, I just got a face full of crotch. Who does that? Who does that? I just got a face full of crotch. Oh, green crotch. That wasn't
exactly how I wanted that to play out, so I got to be honest. Luckily, hey, I'm doing this on Friday, and it's Casual Friday, so of course I won't be wearing pants on Casual Friday, so I have to do it on Monday.
I'm not going to be able to unsee that. Put the best bets up. Good Christ, hurry up. Put it up. Pacers 2.5 for Merrill and his green crotch. Dolan going with the Spurs money line. Don't forget, he's got a book, I think. I can't even remember. It's in English. It might be in Irish. I don't know. Holy Christ, get me out of here. Don't forget $9 Monday, guys, at WagerTalk. Make sure you check out. Steve's got 2 best bets there right now. And Kevin's got 3. One of them he just gave you here. So for $9, go grab the other ones, guys. Let's make it a profitable night in the NBA. Make sure you hit that bell in the upper right-hand corner. Subscribe to the page. And by the way, contrarian play for those of you that might just be joining us. We're going Dallas tonight with the 1.5. That line had flipped there. Denver now the favorite. We like the home dog here, the Dallas Mavericks. So good luck with your plays, guys. Kevin, appreciate it, man. Always a pleasure seeing you. Ski will be back tomorrow. Merrill, you may not be back for a month now that I can't get that. My retinas are burning right now. So good luck with your play, guys. Thank you very much. We will see you again tomorrow right around this time, guys. Good luck with your plays. We'll talk again then. God almighty. God, turn it off.
30 days of Hakeem Profit's NBA plays, including 5% best bets for just $4.30 per day. A 30-day NBA pass is priced at $189, but you can lock in Hakeem's for only $129. Act fast as the price is going back to $189 at the end of the week.